We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12. This is a new chapter called Maharaja Parikshit Passes Away, Chapter 6. We have come to the end, literally the end of this. The reason for the story is to be told to you. So, Chapter 6, Maharaja Parikshit Passes Away. Sutta Goswami said, after hearing all that was narrated to him by the self-realized and the equipoised Sukdev, the son of Vyasdev, Maharaj Parikshit humbly approached his lotus feet. Bowing his head down upon the sage's feet, the king, who had lived his entire life under the protection of Lord Vishnu, folded his hands in supplication and spoke as follows. So, in the last chapter, we had seen what was the main teachings that were given to Parikshit, and the last fag end of the teachings were given to him. Now in this, everything has nearly come to an end, and Sukdev Goswami is closing his remarks. So the king, Parikshit, he bows down to him as is necessary and speaks to him. Maharaj Parikshit said, I have now achieved the purpose of my life. I have now achieved the purpose of my life because a great and a merciful soul like you have shown such kindness to me. You have personally spoken to me in this narration of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, who is without beginning or end. I do not consider it at all amazing that great souls such as yourself, whose minds are always absorbed in the infallible personality of Godhead, show mercy to the foolish conditioned souls tormented as we are by the problems of material life. This is something which most of the sages, the spiritually perfect people, will do. They will transmit the knowledge absolutely free, without any qualms, to whosoever concerned. Now, what is important over here is that Parikshit understands that Sukdev Goswami is being so kind enough to give him this kind of a knowledge. Acknowledging it is extremely important. In the Guru Shishya Parampara, whenever the Guru is giving the knowledge to this Shishya, it is very important that the Shishya pays attention to it, learns it, imbibes it, cogitates on it, thinking on it, that is, and then applies it in the material world. Here we can see King Parikshit has got very little time to apply the knowledge. And after listening to this entire Bhagavatam, I am sure he would have reached the heavens only and nowhere else. And Sukdev Goswami was such a great person that whatever he said, he was the pure soul. And a pure soul, when they pass on the knowledge to anybody, then that knowledge is a perfect knowledge. So like I was saying in the Guru Shishya Parampara, there should be no transaction over there. Transaction of what kind? Transaction of any kind. Say for example, my course costs 1,000 rupees, $1,000 or something like that. Should not be the case. If there is a cost attached to the course, then you are an ordinary teacher. So in today's day and age, I have seen people across the world who charge a bomb for giving knowledge which is absolutely free to be given to everybody. Everybody means there is a rider on that. Not everybody can be given this knowledge. People who understand, people who know. There is a deservability over there. The factor which is deservability is extremely important. A deserving people, they have to be given this knowledge. Not everybody can be given this knowledge. Now, when I speak of deservability, it is important that this is not like something where I am from this class and you are from this class. I am a Brahmin, so I should know this. No, there should be no such kind of a distinction at all. On the contrary, it could be, see, in some religions it is mentioned that if you are from a different community and caste and creed and religion, you should not be given any knowledge. But in this case, knowledge can be given to anybody who is deserving and who has the urge and the need to know. But it should never be at a cost. That means a person should not say, the teacher should never insist that he should be given a payment. Got it? So there should be no transaction. Otherwise the knowledge is not real. Even if you get the knowledge, it will not transfer itself to you and make you into a very good student. It is exactly like how today the knowledge is being given across, sold to people. It should not be sold to people. Alright, so this is what we need to know. So Sukdev Goswami is thanking his Guru and the person who has given him such fantastic knowledge. I do not consider it amazing that great souls such as yourself, whose minds are always absorbed in the infallible personality of Godhead, show mercy on a foolish conditioned soul, tormented as we are by the problems of material life. Let us put it this way. If there is such a renowned soul like Sukdev Goswami, he was not involved in any physical or material activity. You should know this. And here in this case, he was gracious enough to pass on the knowledge to Parikshit. He is not expected to. There is absolutely no need. Remember this. The divine sages who are called avdhutas. Avdhutas are those who are released themselves. They are released from this life cycle of, life and death. So these avdhutas need not pass on the knowledge. There is no requirement. But if he has stopped over there and given the knowledge, that means he has done something really extraordinary. And that is what he is saying over here. Parikshit is saying that it's amazing that whatever he has done. He has shown mercy to a foolish conditioned soul, tormented as we are by the problems of material life. Parikshit is also talking about him being an absolutely nobody, an ordinary person. I have heard from you that Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the perfect summary of all the Puranas and which perfectly describes the Supreme Lord, Uttam Shloka. My Lord, I now have no fear of Takshaka or any other living being, or even of repeated death, because I have absorbed myself in that purely spiritual absolute truth, which you have revealed and which destroys all fear. Like I said, you have to first listen to it, understand it, step by step, step by step, step by step. Thereafter, mull over the whole thing, cogitate about it, think about it. Dwell on the subject for a very long time. At the end of all that cycle, you are supposed to apply the knowledge. What is the application of knowledge? Application of knowledge means when the knowledge seeps in, you need to use it in the material world. Using that knowledge in this domain, in this universe, is extremely important. So, let us look at it. What is the knowledge? Suppose if I have to tell you one small idea about a knowledge. Now, the Bhagavad Gita is an 18-chapter small book which talks about literally everything, all the Vedas, Puranas, they are there in one entire, abridged version, which Krishna has graciously given to Arjuna. Now, you have also read that lesson. You have also heard it. Have you applied it? Isn't it important to apply that knowledge? If you apply that knowledge in your life, then it is worth it. There is a new iPhone come in the market. Okay? Now, you know very well how to operate it. Okay, now, or if you don't know, then at least you will have instruction manual, you will go and you will learn, isn't it? How to operate it. There is a new app. I don't know the apps, but let us say there is a new app. Let us take an old example called Canva. It's an app. Would you not want to know about it, learn about it, apply it so that you can, do a lot to your photographs and stuff like that? I mean, you can do something about it, isn't it? So you are learning that and applying it in your life. But the same application doesn't happen when spirituality is taken into account. When spiritual knowledge is passed on, nobody applies. They think, okay, it's only a spiritual knowledge, okay, it will come in handy maybe sometime. No, right now, here and now, start applying. This application is very, very important. Just as Parikshit, who has to apply it right there and then. Takshaka is coming to kill him. Remember, how much time is left? The countdown is already started. But in our life, in normal human beings' life, you know what we do? We don't think our countdown has started at all. We think we have ample number of years to live. Let us take the decision maybe sometime later. Don't do that. You have to start applying the knowledge right here and now. Maybe, the 3 Ds which I explained, which is basically the first one is dispassion, detachment and discrimination. Now dispassion. Are you dispassionate? No. Dispassion means what? Look at your own life. What does dispassion mean? Look into your cupboard, look into your shoe rack, look into your own life, look at how you dress up, what you do in your world. You will find that dispassion is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere. Why? Because it has never entered, it is not seeped inside. How many clothes do you require? If you ask yourself, what are the number of clothes that you actually require in this world? If you are a man, maybe 1 or 2 pairs of trousers, jeans would do. I mean, if jeans are allowed in your office, and couple of shirts. The undergarments and all is there definitely. But what I hope you understand. And you don't need 10 pairs of shoes. Yesterday I went and I saw there is a shoe. It is for 2 days of walking. There is another shoe, 3 days of walking. There is another shoe which says 5 days of walking. And next, walking all the time. Sir, you are paying rupees or whatever dollars higher and higher and higher and higher for walking. Every man is made a fool of. It's like the tread of the tires, tires. Tire treads are there. You have the tires, huge tires. Oh, this tire is better. This tire is better than the other tire because it's got deeper treads, it is meant for this purpose, it is meant for that purpose. How much time is it going to last you? Same amount of time as the other tires are going to last you. Oh, these clothes I can't wear outside. These clothes I can wear outside. These clothes are for my evening wear, this is for morning wear, this is afternoon wear, this is sleep wear, this is this wear, this is that wear. So, where is dispassion? So think about it, there is no dispassion anywhere. Every time when you look at something, an object, there is always, the sign will always say, buy me, buy me, buy me. It always tells you, buy me. I gave you the example of tires. Look at the cars also. Okay? If you have an X1, then you have X2, then you have X3. I don't know how many X-Men you want to have. So it is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. It's exactly like that, isn't it? So dispassionate way of living would be that you only think that this is all that is needed for me and that is all you work on. Not keep on gathering stuff and stuff and stuff. You gather the stuff, you don't know actually what you're supposed to do. Alright? So, the funny part is, the gathering, this kind of a lust or this kind of a greed that comes in, can never be satiated. Then attachment is another very important word which has been taught. What is attachment? Don't bother, do your work but don't bother about things, isn't it? How they are going to finally turn up. Every parent, when they give education to their children, they are definitely giving them so that the children may become better. Now you tell me how many children become better? It's like yesterday, there is an idiot who has put up a post which says, India should also liberalize marijuana. Why? America has done it, so we should also do it. हमारे इसमें बोलते हैं एक ने अगर टॉयलेट खाया तो दूसरे ने भी खाना है, जरूरी नहीं है. I hope you understood. Okay? It means if one is eating dog shit doesn't mean that the second person should also eat dog shit. Okay? If America wants to go to the ruins by legalizing or having marijuana sales on the open, it's not important that India should also do it. If India is doing something, do you think America is doing? India is saying, okay, abortions are okay. Is America doing abortions are okay? No. See? In America, you can curse even your president and say whatever you want to. So India should also do. So somebody who writes like this is an idiot. I personally feel. And in that he has given an explanation. You see, during this great festivals and all, so many yogis, they take marijuana. So legalizing it will not cause problem. So first rule is this: are you taking? So the person who has written is interested in it. That is the reason why he has written. So see, this is where we all fall down. So don't encourage this kind of things. It is not important. Right? They say goose, gander and all those things. What is right for one is not right for the other. We cannot say that. Right? We cannot wear short clothes and go around in India. Can you wear mini skirts and short pants and yoga pants and in the streets of India? You can't do that. A person should not try also. The reason why you should not try is because it can cause a lot of problems. And then they will put up posts in Instagram and on, oh, this person was teasing me. But if you are wearing these kind of stupid clothes, then anybody is going to do that. Because it's a very common tendency. Right? But the same thing if it is done by man. A very funny post was there which I will tell you. Now this is part of our teaching only. Okay. A girl is going in the bus and she hits a person. She says sorry. And the person looks around and says, it's okay, it's okay. It says, oh, it's all right, no problem. Now, a man is going inside the bus and he pushes that girl. Teri maa bahan nahi hai kya? Don't you have any mother and sister and all that you are pushing me? You are doing this because I am a woman. How did that sound to you? The same thing doesn't work in this world. Okay, you have to see the intentions. Again, that is not visible. So all these things are not there where other countries may allow a lot of things. India, they may not allow. Do you think the same thing will be allowed in the Gulf countries? You will go under the chopper, you know that, no? Try that over there. You can't do that. You can't even have a glass of wine on the flight. Okay, so this is how it is, and then they still want to go to that country. Isn't it funny? Most of the Islamic countries don't allow these kind of things. You can't. You have to cover your head, and all those kind of things are there. I have heard from you. Okay, my Lord, I now have no fear of Takshaka. So remember what Parikshit is saying is, he has reached a point where everything is imbibed, understood by him. So knowing this is very, very important. We have to understand, learn about all these things that are being taught and implement them in our life right here and now, not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, right here and now. O Brahmana, please give me the permission to resign my speech and the functions of all my senses unto Lord Adhokshaja. Allow me to absorb my mind, purify by lusty desires within him, and to thus give up my life. So he is asking permission of his master, that Sukhdev, that please allow me to now go. You have revealed to me that which is most auspicious. The Supreme personal feature of the Lord. I am now fixed in knowledge and self-realization, and my ignorance has been eradicated. I want you to think very carefully. It was only verbal knowledge that was given. Verbal knowledge was given to this person called Parikshit. Here he is talking about fixing in the knowledge. Now, fixing in the knowledge happens in most of the people in the world. Which way? When they get the proof of the pudding, isn't it? You see an object and then you fix it. Okay? Think about it. You have read an entire chart which tells you what is the difference between an X1 and an X2. BMW X1 and an X2. You have read it in the chart. Just reading about it, do you think you can make a decision? In the material world, people need to take the car out for a drive, use it for a few days, then you can arrive at a conclusion, isn't it? So if this is the case with our material world, now think about the spiritual. Here Sukdev Goswami has imparted knowledge. He said God was a fish, God was a pig, God was a lion, half lion, half man. God was this, God was that. Now think, has Parikshit seen any of these things? No. And yet today he is saying over here that he is fixed in the knowledge. Knowledge in spiritual need not have a taste of it. You don't need to take it for a drive. Do you get the point? There is no need of practicality over here. Spiritual knowledge is not supposed to be tested practically, but it can be tested practically. Not that it cannot be. You can definitely do this. And there is ample proof and you will get your answers also. But it is not necessary. You have to take the Guru's word as a gospel truth. Whatever Sukdev Goswami said has to be taken as a gospel truth and understood, and the person has to grasp that knowledge and dwell in it. And like he says, I'm thinking it's very auspicious and I have to now fix myself in the knowledge. So fixing yourself in the knowledge which leads to self-realization is extremely important. You need to fix yourself in the knowledge. Alright, these are not fairy tales. These are not Harry Potter stories. So they are not fairy tales. So you need to know that if it is something that you have to grasp yourself and fix yourself, then you better do it. Spirituality is like that. You won't get the proof of the pudding written somewhere or taste it. No, you can't drive it also. Suta Goswami said, thus requested the saintly son of Srila Vyasdev, gave his permission to King Parikshit. Then after being worshipped by the king and all the sages present, Sukdev departed from that place. So Sukdev has left that place. Maharaj Parikshit then sat down on the bank of Ganga upon a seat made of darba grass with the tip of its stalk facing east and turned towards himself towards the north. Having attained the perfection of yoga, he experienced full self-realization and was free from material attachments and doubt. The saintly king settled his mind within the spiritual self by pure intelligence and proceeded to meditate upon the absolute, supreme absolute truth. His life fair ceased to move and he became as stationary as a tree. So King Parikshit, after he sends away Sukdev Goswami, sits under a tree over there, with the darba grass, the grass which is very essential for yogis. And it is pointing towards the east and he faces the north. After doing that, you have to sit in meditation. You are supposed to focus yourself on this path of the divine and get lost in the absolute truth, the pure intelligence, and proceed to meditate upon the supreme absolute truth. Okay? And then move the air upwards. What exactly does it mean? Moving the air upwards means what? You remember we had done a small course in pranayama. Course means not a course, I had explained to you all. Raising your level of awareness from one chakra to the next, to the next, to the next. So the lowest is the Muladhara, the highest is the Sahasrahara. So moving your awareness higher and higher and higher while meditating is important. Finally you reach Okay, this chakra, which is below, behind the eyes, right here at the back. From there is a pathway which is called the Brahmarandra. From there it goes to the Sahasrahar. The Sahasrahar is called the 1,000-petal lotus. So you have to learn to reach over there. O learned Brahmin, the snake bird Takshaka, who has been sent by the angry son of Brahmana, was going towards the king to kill him when he saw Kashyapa Muni on the path. Takshaka flattered Kashyapa by presenting him with valuable offerings and thereby stopped the sage, who was expert in counteracting poison, from protecting Maharaja Parikshit. Then the snake bird, who could assume any form he wished, disguised himself as a Brahmana, approached the king and bit him. Now you may say, if Kashyapa was there, why didn't Kashyapa stop the bird? Or why didn't somebody else, take a big sword and fight the bird and kill him or do something? No, what is about to happen is anyway destined to happen. Destiny is exactly like that. Whatever is destined is anyway going to happen. There are no choices in that. If destiny says that you have to be bitten by a snake bird, you will be bitten by the snake bird. There are no choices there. So even if a sage comes in the middle and says, no, stop this. No. Suppose you try out something which is like Kashyapa knew the poison antidote. So he says, okay, I will give the antidote to. No, that didn't happen. It is not supposed to. Destiny has to play itself out. The only thing that you can do if you are a sage is you can elevate that process. You can just make it lesser painful. That's it. Beyond that, nothing can be done. Destiny is a destiny. It will work its way out. So it has bitten him. While living beings all over the universe looked on, the body of the great self-realized saint among kings was immediately burned to ashes by the fire of the snake poison. Then arose a terrible cry of lamentations in all directions of the earth and the heavens, and all the demigods, demons, human beings and other creatures were astonished. Kettle drums sounded in the regions of the demigods, and the celestial Gandharvas and the Apsaras sang. The demigods showered flowers and spoke words of praise. Now what happens over here? The human beings will cry. Why? Because they are accustomed to crying. But the gods and the great sages upstairs, what do? They welcome this body. They welcome this person in their folds. So when somebody comes, don't we welcome? This is exactly what happens. Hearing that his father has been fatally bitten by the snake, Maharaj Janmanjaya became extremely angry and had Brahmanas perform mighty sacrifice, in which he offered all the snakes in the world into the sacrificial fire. So the son does something which is, it's a knee-jerk reaction. So he says, because the snakes have killed my father, I want to kill all the snakes. When Takshaka saw even the most powerful serpent being burned in the blazing fire of that snake sacrifice, he was overwhelmed with fear and approached Lord Indra for shelter. When King Janmanjaya did not see Takshaka entering the sacrificial fire, he said to the Brahmanas, why is not Takshaka, the lowest of all serpents, burning in the fire? So the son of Parikshit comes over there and is very angry that his father has been killed. So what he does, he starts killing all the snakes and he puts them into this sacrificial fire. The main snake, that is called Takshaka, is not there to be seen. So the Brahmana replied, O best of kings, the snake Takshaka has not fallen into the fire because he is being protected by Indra, whom he has approached for shelter. Indra is holding him back from the fire. The intelligent king Janmanjaya, hearing these words, replied to the priest, there, my dear Brahmanas, why not make Takshaka fall into the fire along with his protector Indra? So Janmanjaya is saying, along with Indra, you should put both of them into the fire. Hearing this, the priest then chanted this mantra for offering Takshaka together with Indra as an oblation into the sacrificial fire. O Takshaka, fall immediately into the fire together with Indra and the entire host of demigods. Now there is a big problem coming up. so Takshaka along with Indra and all the other gods have to be now put into the fire. When Lord Indra along with his airplane and Takshaka were suddenly thrown from his position by these insulting words of the Brahmanas, he became very disturbed. Brahaspati, the son of Angira Muni, seeing Indra falling from the sky in the airplane, along with Takshaka, approached King Janmanjaya and spoke to him as follows. So now there is Brahaspati. Brahaspati is called the teacher of the gods. Okay. So what does he do? He goes to Janmanjaya and now he is going to drill some sense in that son of Parikshit. O king among men, it is not fitting that the king of snake meets death at your hands, for he has drunk the nectar of immortal demigods. Consequently, he is not subject to ordinary symptoms of old age and death. The life and death of all embodied souls and his destination in the next life are all caused by himself through his own activity. Therefore, O king, no other agent is actually responsible for creating one's happiness and distress. So the sage, Brahaspati, is explaining to Janmanjaya, the son of Parikshit, that see, all these gods, they have been blessed with the Amrita from the churning of the ocean, if you remember. And they cannot die. So even if you try killing them, they are anyway not going to die because they are eternal. But why are you angry like a foolish person? You should not get angry. Please remember one thing. The normal human being, an embodied soul, a normal human being, when he is born on earth, he is born because of his past karma. He goes through his life in a particular fashion because of his past karma only. And the one thing which is responsible for him coming to this earth and taking a birth and living the life that way he is supposed to is all because of his own activity called karma. He has performed those actions previously, and that is the reason why they are facing it today. Now, if there is certain thing that is happening in your life, let us say you are losing money or there is some problem happening, whatever the problem might be. Why is it happening? This is going to be the answer. The life and death of an embodied soul and his destination in the next life are all caused by himself through his own activity. God is not involved over here. No God is involved. It is your own activity. You are responsible for whatever you do. If you take a wrong step in this life, you create an advanced karma which is Kriyaman. That is the futuristic karma, which you will have to pay off in some life of yours. Which life of yours? Can't say. There is something which cannot be told because there are so many billions of karmas against every person's name. So when are you going to pay that? Suppose you cheat in this life. You take money from someone, cheat in this life or do something about it. And there is no precedent before that. This is a new karma. So you will have to pay back sometime, some other life of yours. Now in this life, you are getting cheated. Maybe there is a precedent somewhere in the past, because you might have cheated that other person. So you see, the whole thing is because of your own activities. So why is it that we always say that be your good self, be kind, compassionate, don't get angry, don't get upset, don't do this, don't do that. There are too many don'ts that we talk about. Spiritual people are used to giving advice every minute, I think. Tick, 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 the advice will come. It is important to follow that. It is so that you avoid the same problem not happening to you again and again and again. How many times do you think that problem will crop up? Many times, because there is no end to the story. So if somebody is misbehaving with you, it is not important that you misbehave back to that person. No. That person is a dog. Why do you want to become a dog? Got it? If that person is trying to kill you, you will want to kill him? Of course. I mean, you want to fight that person. So, but this life, if you are already dead, then what happens? Then you have to come back and kill the same person. Isn't it written? So, whatever activity that you do, you are going to be responsible for your next life and the next life and the next life. As many lives as you can count on. So, don't go through this kind of a thing. You don't have to repeat the same thing which the other person has done. Got it? So don't fight back or don't do anything like that. Like I said, if somebody is saying sorry to you in the bus, say it's okay and get away from there. Just because you are a woman, accept the person's sorry with the intention, okay, this person has done it by mistake, and get off from there. You don't have to go and tease that person. You understand? Otherwise it becomes a problem. It not a problem in the material world anyway there is a problem, but in your own life you have created the same loop for your future. Therefore, O king, no other agent is actually responsible for creating one's happiness and distress except yourself, your own self, right? When a conditioned soul is killed by snakes, thieves, fires, lightning, hunger, disease, or anything else, he's experiencing the reaction of his own past work. So suppose somebody is going through this problem, like killed by a snake bird. What makes you think that that has not happened in the past? It has happened. Therefore, my dear king, please stop this sacrificial performance which you have initiated with the intent of doing harm to others. Many innocent snakes have already been burned to death. Indeed, all persons must suffer the unforeseen consequences of their past actions. Everybody has to suffer for their past actions. So if there is someone, who is going through a terrible time just now, please remember it is nothing but a repayment from some life of yours. And if you continue to do that, then some other life of yours in the future you will have to repay that again. Why do you want to go through this entire process so many times? The same thing. You think you are going to be born in some happy, family or something like that. Nothing like that is going to happen. You should know this. Okay? We are entering the Kali Yuga. You may have another 5 more million lives to live. Why you want to live them in pain and misery? Can you stop it right now, here and now? Just get out of this train, Sutta Goswami continued. Advised in this manner, Maharaj Janmanjaya replied, so be it. Honoring the words of the great sage, he desisted from performing the snake sacrifice and worshipped Brahaspati, the most eloquent sages. This is indeed the Supreme Lord Vishnu's illusory energy, which is unstoppable and difficult to perceive. Although the individual spirit souls are a part and parcel of the Lord, through the influence of the illusory energy, they are bewildered by their identification with various material bodies. Though we all of us are a part and parcel of the divine supreme soul, but in us we have the Jivatma, which we say as the spirit soul. We have it in us, but we are thinking that we are a body, and when we get attached to our body, we are always losing our track continuously. So this is an extremely important line which keeps on coming again and again and again. It is Lord Vishnu's illusory energy which is unstoppable and difficult to perceive. We cannot understand this energy called Maya. Maya is very dangerous, please remember this. You just got to make friends with her. Don't make an enemy out of her. Maya is an energy of Lord which is called the potency. And Maya can put so many loopholes in your life which you cannot even imagine. It will show you things which you don't even know. The small example of this would be a person who is very young, has just come out of college, maybe is very well educated and all that, maybe an engineer or something like that, gets a job, the next thing he says, I want a job. So he takes up a job, makes good money. Parents say, okay, we need to build a house. Why? Because when you get married, you have to settle down in that house. So he builds a house. What is the loop that he has created? All the loans that he has taken. What loans? Now you can't suddenly build a house worth 1 crore of rupees. So you need to take loans from the, parties, whichever concerned. And then what do? You pay that for the next 20 years of your life or 15 years of your life. Some people think that they can pay it off in 5 years. What happens if you are stuck with some problem in 5 years? Today there are so many issues coming up. And 5 years time you can land up with a kidney failure or something like that. Then what do? Anything can happen. So this person has kept a loop for himself by taking a loan. Then father, mother say you should get married, and okay, he tries to find a girl and gets married. He is settling down in this house, getting married to a woman, and then after that what happens? Then children follow, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many. Then what happens? You're already having one loan, okay? You're already having another headache in your life, okay? The amount of money that got spent on marriage and stuff like that, this has come in. Then the third one, on top of it, you have somebody who will say, I want this, I want that. I mean, both of you all want everything. The house, you cannot just have a bare house, no? You will need sofa, you will need this. And on top of it, then the thing will, I want a car also. So you take another loan for a car. To fill up the house, you have already used up all your money that is there. And then what happens? When children come in, who is going to pay their fees? You think your education or the job? It doesn't work like that. So the woman says, I also have to work, you also have to work, I will take maternity leave and then I will start working again. The children are not taken care of. And then later on in life, you can't blame them if they don't believe in God, if they don't believe in anything in life. Why? You were never around to teach them. Nobody was around. Neither the man nor the woman were around to teach the children anything. And then the loans were already there. The loans are mounting. And by the time they are 40 and 45 years of age, there is no will to, go further. So you think they will take a holiday after that? No holidays. Do you think they want to enjoy their life? No. The only thing is my son's birthday, my daughter's birthday, my this birthday, that is the only thing that they do. And they want to get over it because it's going to cost a bomb. When you do your son's birthday or your daughter's birthday and they say, we should have it in some hotel or restaurant or something like that, or some good place, and then do all those kind of things, you know how much it costs. So again costs are involved, again costs are involved, again costs are involved till the end of your life. And maybe, by the time you are 40 and 45, one of your parent comes to live with you. Alright? Now you have got so many mouths to feed. Do you think you can even think in any time during the day that I am a free person? Never. You are never free. Not in this entire universe. You can never be free at all. So by the time you come to the age of 50 and 60, you say, for me there is no retirement. I have to continue working. You know why? Because I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that, I have to pay for that, I have to pay for that. And it's an endless stories. So what is the best thing to do? Stop Maya in the track. Maya is playing this game continuously. Take this, take this, take this, take this, take this, take this, take this. You know how I work in my world also. When my student says, Guruji, I need one dress or something like that, one shirt. So I say, okay, very nice. We should go to this shop and take it. So when you enter the shop, what is the first thing that I do? I play my Maya game very well. I say, 1 is not enough. Take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5. Yesterday I was giving the same lesson. In that I said, you know what? Maya plays this game with you. You need to say, no, I will not do it. It is your job. It's your duty. Remember the time when you were in college and somebody said, have this drink. No. Have this drink. In India, we start maybe in college and after that, okay? Nowadays, it may be in school also. We don't know. So, have this drink. No. Have no. Finally, okay, little bit. And the person will say, it is only beer. It is not liquor. You should understand. Beer is not liquor. Just take it, taste it. So the person says, okay, fine. Nice. It's a health drink, health drink. So you have a health drink and then you have another drink. The next time, 2 more and then 3 more and then 4 more. And by the time you end up in maybe a few months later, it's become a habit. So even in normal life also, it's the same thing. Maya is always egging you. Take one, take one, take one. Buy one, get one free. So when you buy one, you get one free. But do you get one free and then buy one? No. First you take the free one. Does anybody say that? No. So Maya is always like this. She will say, no, nothing wrong, just take that one little bit. So you say, okay, I will take one. And then, where are you going to wear it? Where are you going to drink it? Where are you going to use it? Nobody knows. So understand this. Why are you doing it? It is Maya who is acting on you. Maya who is telling you, get married, get children, do this, do that. Maya. Everywhere it's a world of Maya. Those who are having children can think about Maya in a different way. You dread that time when the school sends you a letter saying, we are going to have parents' day, we are going to have teachers' day, when you are going to have this day, we are celebrating this Christmas, we are celebrating Diwali, Dasara, all the. Why are you bothered? And you think of, that means another 5,000 rupees gone from this month's budget. I don't know how to, get 5,000 rupees gone from this budget. That is what we think. Why do you want to get into that rut? So, this is what it means, how Maya plays the game. And Maya is very smart. Maya will always egg you on. It is in your hands. It is not in anybody's hands. Please remember these words of mine. It is in your hands to tell Maya, no, I don't want it. I am not interested. Can I stop this over here itself? Please, I don't want to go any further. And then you will succeed in your spiritual, you will succeed in your path towards purity in this world. The success will only come if you learn to say no and don't fall down in that track. You don't have to go further than that. Got it? So this illusory energy of the Lord is very, very dangerous, and you got to be very, very careful. All right. It's a lengthy chapter. But there exists a supreme reality in which the illusory energy cannot fearlessly dominate thinking. I can control this person because he is deceitful. In that highest reality, there are no illusory argumentative philosophies. Rather, there are true students of spiritual science constantly engaged in authorized spiritual investigation. In that supreme reality, there is no manifestation of the material mind, which functions in terms of alternating decisions and doubts. Created material products, their subtle causes and their goals of enjoyment attained by the utilization do not exist there. Further, in that supreme reality, there is no conditioned spirit covered by false ego and the three modes of nature. That reality excludes everything limited or limiting. One who is wise should therefore stop the waves of material life and enjoy within that supreme truth. It became a very big verse for you to think about, but let me do it step by step. There exists a supreme reality in which the illusory energy cannot fearlessly dominate thinking. I can control this person because he is deceitful. Maya says, this person is deceitful. I am going to control him. Controlling him, how does it work? I gave you the story of a man who gets married and all that. Now I am going to give you a story of a woman. Every young woman thinks, I want a very nice man in my life. Okay. And in today's day and age, in yesteryears it was like, very coy, shy and all that. Today, the young woman has already done her graduation. She has joined some very fancy job in some company. And every weekend, she wants to go with someone or the other. So, Tinder, Winder, all those kind of things. She's already into that track. And then every weekend, when she has time in hand, when there is no brain activity to be done, only body activity to be done. Only body activity, so she has to go out. And she is supposed to meet 100 different people. Oh, this guy is nice, that guy is nice. And then they have one night stand, half night stand. Oh, this guy is not nice. Whether he is going to call back, not going to call back. Why? All this is leading towards only one thing. And that what is that one thing? Finding the right guy for marriage. Do you see how Maya is working in this? Maya is saying, come on, come on, come on, look at this. Swipe right, swipe left, swipe this, do this, come on. There is a nice guy somewhere down the line. He's there, he's there. He's there. 25,000 swipes and you will get him. Okay? He's never there. There is no right guy in this world. Secondly, for every man, there is no right woman in this world. Please don't think like that. Ask all those guys who are married in this and ask them whether they are happy, or ask any woman in this world whether she is actually happy. The answer is very simply, yeah, why did I do this? So 25 years, 30 years, a woman finally ends up, by the time she is 30, and then there is a pressure, you need to have children, you need to have children. But we used to go here and there and do this and do that. Where? All those Instagram photographs, like this, like that, standing on top of Eiffel Towers and all the mountains in the world, they all go away. Now you have one child who is, pooping all the time, carrying that child with all the water bottles and you imagine going around with bottles of, milk, water bottles and this, and change of diapers and clothes. How many clothes these are? Earlier you could stand over there and take a nice selfie. Now there is no selfie time for you. So what happens to this woman and this man? The man doesn't even want to come home. Somebody has to take care of the baby. So one of them turns up and takes care of the baby. And it is just like, to the hell with it. What am I supposed to do? This is how Maya plays the game. So Maya is very smart. She says, okay, this idiot I can see. I want to catch him and I am going to put him under the spell. This is how she does. In that highest reality, there is no illusory argumentative philosophies. You cannot even argue on that. Can you argue on this kind of a nature? Try telling a woman, this is not the right guy for you. You will end up in a big fight. The answer is very simply, everybody who is married will say, let her go to hell. Go through hell. Then only she will understand what marriage is all about. It appears, it's very nice. I am also happily married. Everybody looks at me and says, you give some nice photographs and all. Okay, these are my wedding photographs. And these are my honeymoon photographs. I had some people in my Facebook, by the way. These are my wedding photographs. These are no more photographs because Guruji, I want to take you out of my life only. So they delete my, So very few days later, I will realize that this person has left because I talked like this kind of a language. And then maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, they realize the reality of it all. When I got married, I should have made that prenup agreement with this idiot. My money is my money, your money is your money. Why the hell does he want my money? I never understand. I earn so much, I got this bonus, I did this, and he goes and blows it away on some new Canon camera that he has got. Okay? Or he goes on a fishing trip and says, oh, you can't spend the money. But I can spend the money, he can spend the money, I can't. And the man says, oh, she's spending so much on, makeup and this and that. Just one haircut of hers costs so much. See, my haircut 50 rupees. Her haircut 500 rupees. See, they think like this. So I am entitled for this. So that entitlement becomes a big problem in life. Again, I should be doing this course. You should not be doing this course. You should continue to work because you are working. I will do this course. And this again causes a lot of problems. And this is an endless story. There is no end in this story. And Maya is exactly like this. And please don't argue with Maya, by the way. If you argue with Maya, see, when I say buy 1, buy 2, buy 3, buy 4, don't argue. If you argue over there, you are going to fall down 100%. Because Maya will create more illusions for you there. More illusions means more items to be bought. Okay? So stop it. There is no need. Don't go ahead. Don't do anything right now. Can you say no to that one glass of beer? Say no to it. Then Maya will not work against you. Rather, there are true students of spiritual science constantly engaged in authorized spiritual investigation. You have to only think of, you authorize spiritual investigation. There is an authority, your boss, your guru is there. Go in, investigation of the spiritual. Why should I say this? Why should I not say this? So try to find out. If you say this, the answer is you are going to go into the ditch if you say yes to it. If you say no to it, yes, you can stop that rolling. In that supreme reality, there is no manifestation of the material mind. When you are on the track to the spiritual, there is no such mind which can come in the way, which functions in terms of alternating decisions and doubts. So there will be no, should I do this or should I not do this? There is one pant which I found with blue color top, black pant with blue top, and the other one is pink, and the third one is, the pant is black, except the top, that thing on top of the pant, the belt thing, it goes inside, and still, I like the blue, I like the black, I like the grey, but I don't like the pink and I don't like the green. So which one should I buy? Buy all those 5. Who cares? You understand what I'm saying? Maya is like this. Varieties, colors, prints, you name it. Whatever you want in this world, Maya is going to take me all the time. Don't fall for it. Use your spiritual discretion and say no to it. And then, this is what they say. Alternating decisions. Keep on saying, should I not, should I? That will not be there. Created material products, their subtle causes and the goals of enjoyment attained by the utilization do not exist there. Whatever you have thought of that this item I will use this way, it is never going to work. Never in life is it going to work, because Maya has already created illusions in the future for you. Furthermore, in this supreme reality, there is no conditioned spirit covered by false ego and the 3 modes of nature. The reality excludes everything limited or limiting. One who is wise should therefore stop the wave of material life and enjoy within the supreme truth. So if you are sage, if you are wise enough, please stop this activity of continuously running after lust and greed and things and this and that, all those things. Can you stop it? And don't say no, say no. Maya, stop your act. I just want to be lost in myself, which is the Lord. And that is it. Get lost in the Lord and don't worry. Remember one last word of mine. What is to come to you will come to you automatically. You don't have to run after it. Okay? And this is where we will stop today. And next time we will do verse 32 onwards. Okay? So take care. Have a nice day.